My name is Samantha in the original story, but for this version, let's call me Sam. I was 20 years old when this happened, and at the time, I worked overnight shifts at a Walmart just outside a small town called Jackson, Alabama. I wasn't in school full-time, and since I was flexible, my manager would regularly put me on night shifts back when the store was still open 24 hours a day. Because it was a supercenter, there were always a few employees working overnight. Stalkers like me, maybe one or two people running registers up front, and that was about it. My shift that night was 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I didn't personally know most of the other workers on duty, but the store was so massive that we rarely crossed paths anyway. I started the night in the men's clothing section, folding jeans and straightening shelves. I usually wore headphones during night shifts since no managers were around to complain, and the silence inside a Walmart at night can feel heavy if you let it. Around 11:30 p.m., a customer walked into the jeans aisle. That wasn't unusual. People still came in pretty late, especially locals who preferred shopping when the store was quiet. He asked if we had a certain pair of jeans in a different waist size. I apologized and told him what was on the rack was all we had. He thanked me politely and stepped away. As he put the jeans back, we made eye contact. It lingered just a little too long. Not enough to cause alarm, but enough to feel awkward. Then he walked off and I went back to work, thinking nothing of it. By around 1 a.m., the store felt completely abandoned. The aisles stretched on endlessly under harsh fluorescent lights. No music, no chatter. Just the hum of refrigeration units and the distant squeak of shopping carts from stock crews.
I moved to the appliances section, hauling boxes from the back room and stocking shelves. Because most of the shelves were still empty, I could see straight through to the next aisle. That's when I noticed someone standing there, watching me. The moment I looked up, he turned his head away. Something about him felt familiar. I stepped closer, pretending to adjust a box, and realized it was the same guy from the jeans aisle. That made no sense. He'd been in the store for over 2 hours, and he wasn't carrying a single item. I pushed my cart past the aisle to get a better look. His hands were empty. His pockets didn't look weighted down. He wasn't shopping. He was waiting.
I finished stocking quickly, returned the empty cart to the back, and stayed there longer than I needed to. I told myself I was overreacting, but the feeling wouldn't leave. Eventually, I decided to switch departments and work grocery instead, just to put distance between us. I headed into the dairy cooler, stacking crates of milk, yogurt, and creamer. The coolers were loud, constant white noise from the industrial fans. Time passed slowly as I checked expiration dates. Then suddenly the cooler door slammed open.
I froze. Through a small gap between stacked pallets, I could see the doorway. It was him, the same man, in an employees-only area. My body reacted before my brain did. I crouched down and shoved a large box of eggs in front of me, pulling my knees in tight and ducking my head. The fans were loud enough to cover any movement. I didn't know why I was hiding, but everything about this felt wrong. Customers didn't wander into restricted areas at 2 in the morning, and they definitely didn't follow employees back here. I stayed there, motionless for what felt like forever. Eventually, I convinced myself he must have left. When I lifted my head, he was standing right in front of me, smiling. I screamed. The smile vanished instantly. He lunged forward and tried to cover my mouth, but adrenaline took over. I shoved the egg crate into him, eggs exploding across the floor. He stumbled back, swearing, looking down at his shoes.
I ran. I didn't stop until I found another stock worker named Bob and told him someone was following me. Before Bob could even respond, the man walked up to us, calm as ever, and apologized. He claimed he was from corporate, said he was doing a surprise inspection and didn't mean to scare me. Bob believed him immediately.
When I asked why he tried to cover my mouth, he said he was just trying to avoid making a scene. Then he told me to finish the appliances section and walked away. As he disappeared down the aisle, I shouted after him, asking his name. "Tom!" he called back. The next day, management checked the cameras. There was no corporate visit. The footage showed him stalking me through multiple aisles for hours. A police report was filed. I never worked overnight again. But Walmart wasn't done with me. A few months later, just before Black Friday, I was shopping at a different Walmart around 11 p.m., looking for a laptop. I grabbed the last promotional one off the shelf when a massive, filthy-looking man rushed up to me demanding it. When I refused, he exploded, yelling, cursing, making a scene. People laughed it off. I didn't. When I got home later that night, motion lights went off outside, then my car alarm. Then I saw a strange car parked in front of my house. That same man stood on our porch, pounding on the door. He shattered a window before police arrived and dragged him out from behind our couch. He had followed me home. The final incident happened while I was finishing college, working night stock again. Only 3 employees were in the building. I saw someone dressed in black who wasn't supposed to be there. Things were knocked over deliberately. Then I heard laughter. Later, alone in the employee bathroom, someone stood outside my stall, watching, whispering. The security cameras recorded nothing but static.
I never worked another overnight shift again. Walmart is a strange place. People joke about it. But some of the most dangerous people I've ever encountered were met under those fluorescent lights, long after midnight, when the aisles are empty and help feels very far away. And if you've ever worked nights there, you know exactly what I mean.